Morning, sunshine. Good morning to you. Let me see if I can get myself a little more situated here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know you see my background looks different. That's because I'm in a different location. Good morning. Good morning, Paul D. Phillips. Good morning, G. Is it G. Sharon Jackson? Good morning, Winston Salem. Yes, good morning. So glad to be here with you. Raleigh, good morning. Hafster, I can't see that. Good morning, London. Yes, good morning, London. You in early this morning. Good morning, Ronald. How you doing? Lisa Lofty. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Isn't that so much better than just saying good morning? Grand Rising. And it sets your intention for the day that you're going to be doing so. You go. Hello. I'm in a new location. People don't understand that when I'm with you, they're not supposed to come into my house. Okay? Good morning. Good morning, Schenectady and Montreal. Listen, let me wait a little while, Maine and Michigan, because I've got to say something. Good morning, Ronald. Rockville, Milwaukee, Sweden, I need to talk to you. Netherlands, I need to talk to you. Where was the other place? British Columbia, I think is okay. Berlin, good morning. So listen, hi, Cheese. How you doing? Antigua. Good morning. Yes. So listen, all of my international family, I went to take your masks to, because a couple of people internationally, hey, Reverend Rosetta, a couple of people internationally are first responders and they asked for a mask. And when I went to the post office to, I don't know why I'm bothering this, but I'm going to see if I can adjust it a little bit. Okay. When I went to Brazil, Buenos Dias, when I went to take your, happy birthday, Zakia. Happy birthday. When I went to take your mask to the post office, international planes are not flying. So they wouldn't let me send you your stuff. And I was sending you a mask and some sanitizer. So I don't think I'm going to be able to send it right now. So here's what I want you to do. Canada, Germany, France, the UK, Sweden, the Netherlands, British Columbia and Canada, you might be okay. But then I owe some Canada people something from before. So if you're international, Sweden, Germany, UK, France, Brazil, we had some Germany, we had, if you're international, if you're not in the US, okay, send me an email to Iyanla at Iyanla.com. And in the body, in the subject line, I want you to put international community. And then in the body of the email, make sure you put your email address. Listen, if you're international, any place international outside of the US, send me an email to Iyanla at Iyanla.com because I owe my Canada people something from before because they couldn't get the books and the t-shirts, okay? But now we got Sweden, Romania, yes, Romania, Germany, Happy National Teachers Week and Happy National Nurses Week, yeah. And in the subject line, put international community, and in the body of the email, give me your straight up, clean email address, all my international people, and I'm going to send you something. Yes, Italy. You too, Italy. So I'm going to send my international people something that I've created just for you because I can't send you mail right now. The U.S. postal system isn't going international, okay? So, and all of you local people, you all got your stuff. Virginia Beach, yeah, Oklahoma, you got your stuff. So I can't send them. Good, grand, and glorious rising to you. Zambia, you too, Zambia, Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, all of the places, Berlin, yes, Douglasville, GA, you're local. And so, but remember, the Canadians and the international people weren't eligible for the t-shirts or the books because it cost me so much postage. And I'm not going to pay all that postage to send you all a free gift. Okay? Yes. So we got a good lesson today. Did you finish your lesson, Denmark? Yes. Come on, Denmark. I know Denmark, but it costs me so much money to send it to you. You're gonna have to get it from Amazon. You know, I'm not gonna spend $50 to send you a free gift. That's not good, right? $50, that's a lot of money. Brooklyn's in the house. Where's the Bronx? Where's Philly? I see Houston. I see Panama. Yeah, I know. And the customs, it's the customs, Canada. But I got something for y'all. I'm gonna take care of my peeps now, okay? Seattle, good morning. Vacaville, California. You know, there's so many places I never even heard of. You right? Botswana, Louisiana, Austin. Here's the Boogie Down, Bronx. I knew you'd be here. Little late. Must be the 2 train was running slow. Okay, yeah. And where else? Benicia, California. It's sunny. You would have to rub that in, wouldn't you? It's cold as, I want to say a whore's heart, but that wouldn't be spiritual. So, Fayetteville, North Carolina, LA is up and in the house. Good morning, Berlin. Yeah. To all our nurses, you know I wanted to be a nurse. I really wanted to be a nurse. Sydney, I wanted to be a nurse. Sydney, send me your email address and I'll send you something. It's going to be an electronic thing, but that you'll have it, okay? You'll have it. Beaufort, South Africa, good morning from your sister Mapena, okay? That's my name. Brooklyn's in the house. Philly's in the house. You know, these are my old hometowns, so I have to make sure that they're present, okay? Philly and Brooklyn. I just have good people in the Bronx. Yes, good morning. Yes, greetings to you, priestess. Good morning, good morning. All right, we're getting ready to get started. My hometown folks are in. So you know what I say? I say grand and glorious rising to you. Welcome to your daily antiviral message. Yes, we come here each day to this virtual living room to learn about living beyond the virus. Good morning, Pakistan. Good morning. You're international, so I can send you a little something too. Hey, Miami. Hey, Miami. This is day 46, people. Wow. So I don't ever want to hear you say to yourself or about yourself ever again that you're not disciplined because you've been here. Cabo San, you know what I'm trying to say. Lucas, Cabo San Lucas. Good. Tanzania, wow, welcome. Never seen Tanzania before. Excellent. Palm Coast, yes. Happy, big up to the nurses and the healthcare workers. We're going to bless nurses today. Saudi Arabia's in the house. Good morning, Saudi Arabia. Okay, we got to get started, y'all. I'm seeing all these new pieces. And a loving good morning to everybody that's coming in. Yes, Kansas City and Round Rock, Texas, and East Orange, New Jersey. I know I would have been a good nurse as soon as I finished puking on the people from the blood. I would have, the patients would have had to take care of me, okay? I was fine. But what threw me out of nursing school wasn't the blood, it was the pig. The pig that they used to teach you how to put the needle in the veins, and the frog. I wept over the frog. Me and the frog, I just had a weeping time over the frog in high school, so I would have never got through the pig. As a matter of fact, my first day of nursing school, I said to the instructor, they had the pigs in the jar of formaldehyde, and I said to the instructor, is there ever going to come a time when me and that pig have to interface with each other? And she said, yes. I never went back. I never went back. Me and the pig was not going to interface. Anyway, welcome to our global living room where we come to learn about living, where we come to grow together, learn together, heal together, and be together. And can I say to you, this incredible global community, you have been doing some good work. Yes, from your Acts prayers, yes, to your Turn It Over Tuesday with your surrender. I mean, I'm going all the way back to Such a Much Saturday and how you really just taken to this. I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to please continue this work. Don't just do it because we're doing it here. Get your journal. Do this work because you're training to be spiritual warriors. You're training to be spiritual warriors, and a spiritual warrior is one who does what is required to preserve life and preserve the throne. And in this world right now, you are life, and life is all around us. And the throne is how we move and live in the world, because things are going to be different. And we need people who can stand up in the difference. We need people who can see differently, who can respond differently, who are going to be able to be different. Things are changing, and we cannot be out here shooting each other, and we cannot be out here behaving like we used to behave. Do you get that we can't go back to the way things were? You can't go back to the way things were. And if nothing else, in our time together, I hope I have planted a seed in the fertile ground of your consciousness that'll make it impossible for you to be who you were. Things have to change. Thy will, not my will. I surrender and I affirm and I confess and I give thanksgiving and I ask for what I want. Thy will, not my will. And it is not the Creator's will that we live in sorrow and suffering and struggle. It is not the Creator's will that we stay anywhere that we're unhappy. It's not the Creator's will that we don't use our gifts and our talents. It's not the Creator's will that we don't look at each other. And see, all of this, we're freaked out about wearing masks, but how many times did you walk down the street and not make eye contact with the person passing on your left or on your right? How many times were we in places where people needed our support and encouragement and we didn't reach out to them? Now you're crying and begging to reach out. Thy will, not my will. This thing has come to show us how we were living. We were living in a toxic way. We were toxic, just like me. Running and busy and leaving the children and fighting in the homes and all of this, even in the midst of this pandemic, a rise in domestic violence. Like I said before, beat your meat. Don't be beating on people. Leave people alone. You got to beat somebody, go somewhere with yourself. We were living toxically, and we have to be different. And if nothing else, the 50,000 people on this thread, if you go out into the world differently, you are going to be the change we need to see. When you can say to people, I love you today, not turn your head and wonder what they looking at, what you looking at. How many times did we say that? What they looking at? Why are you talking to me like that? You're not going to do that no more. You can't. Because seeds have been planted in your consciousness. And we are going to be different. And we are going to usher in a new way. And we are going to take care of ourselves. Honor ourselves. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to learn about that today. Yes? They don't have to respond. Don't be determined to help others. Just be in the moment. And what you're supposed to do, what you are supposed to do will come to you. Do you get that? Stop reaching and grabbing. Be still. Call it in. You have created your tomorrow. We did that with the I am. We did that with our dreams. You've created your tomorrow. All you have to do now is live into it. Yeah? All you have to do. The virus is not making people more distant. It's showing them the distance that was already between them. Do you get that? That by the time it's anchored on the physical level, it has already happened. The law of cause and effect. Come on, warriors. Don't believe your lying eyes. Just like a baby is in the womb for 9 months. Do you doubt that it's human? No. Do you doubt that it's not going to come out? No. It's going to come out. So, by the time the baby gets here, it don't become a baby when it's born. It was a baby in the womb. So this toxicity that we're seeing called the coronavirus, it didn't start out here. It started in here. It started in our hearts. It started in our behavior. It's been around a long time. Now we're just seeing it. Can you hear me? It's just like people who sneak around doing coke or drugs or whatever. It'll be there for a long time before they're late for work or they miss something. The law of cause and effect. What we're looking at is the effect. We're going to be a new cause. Can you hear that? Now, you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just sharing with you what I know to be true. But I want you to do your own independent investigation as a warrior. Do your own independent investigation. But if you know the law, you know that what's showing up here has been here a long time. It's been here, and it's been in our hearts and minds. Okay. Yes, reclaim your power. And so we begin. Let's take a nice, long, deep inhale. Y'all got me preaching early this morning. I really want you to hear this. Not because it's me, not because it's, you don't have to hear it. I'm going to offer it. You do what you want to do with it, okay? Give up your opinions. Give them up. Give up your opinions. Study truth. No law. No principle. When I say law, I'm talking about spiritual law. No spiritual principles. Happy birthday, beloved Habisha. Know that. And then you don't have to have an opinion. Spiritual warriors don't have opinions. They know law, they know principle, and they stand in truth. And as you deepen your training, 5 miles, good morning, good for you. As you deepen your connection to the divine within, that's your training. Connection to the divine within. As you deepen your connections into the divine within, you don't have an opinion. You just know the difference between truth and fact and reality. How about that? Take a breath. Let us breathe. Good. Find the rhythm of your breath, your inhale and your exhale. Excellent. Settle down. Let's take the seal of knowledge. Thumb, motivation, point, index finger, concentration. Yeah? And your ring finger and your index finger, and put it right there on your third eye, right in the center of your forehead. Pinky is emotional balance, and it's on its own. And inhale, inhale. And exhale. Settle in. Notice any sensations of where your fingers meet your head. Just notice. Inhale and exhale. And remember yesterday we breathed with our whole body. So on the inhale, we set the intention to breathe life and breath into every single aspect of our being. Breathe it in your arms, your back, your knees, your belly, your face, your head. Breathe it in and let it out, holding the third eye very gently. And again, breathe with your whole body, in and out. Now relax and find the rhythm of your breath. See if you can feel the sensation of where your fingers meet your head. And focus there. Focus at the place where your fingers are meeting your forehead. And we breathe in. And we breathe out. And gently remove your fingers. And relax. Turn your attention within. Remember how to do that. Just try to see the space between your top of your head and your eyes. Just see it, feel it, and breathe. Feel the space from your eyes to your chin. Can't do it wrong, don't worry. See if you can feel the entire space in your head. Just see it, feel it, imagine it. That you're inside your head. See if you can feel the space between your shoulders, between your left and your right, between your right and your left. Good. See if you can feel the space across your back, between your shoulder blades, and in the front of your chest, between your breasts. Just see if you can feel it. The space down into your belly, around to the small of your back. Breathe. Down into your hips, your thighs, your knees. Just feel the space. And if you notice any sensations, any tightness, any racing, nothing to do, just be aware. Just let it be. See if you can feel the sensation, if you don't have shoes on, of your feet on the floor. And if you have shoes on, see if you can feel the sensation of your feet in the shoe. What does that feel like? Stay connected to your inhale and your exhale. I'm going to say this to you. You cannot do it wrong. As you breathe in, drop your attention below the neck. You don't have to know how to do it. Set the intention. Drop your attention below the neck. Maybe find a place in the center of your chest, your belly button. Focus your attention there and breathe. And see if some of the racing, tension, tightness doesn't move out of your head, and you breathe. And just be aware. Don't hold your breath. Just be aware. And relax. And take a long, deep inhale and a slow, complete exhale. Good morning, Israel. Good morning. Yeah. How does that feel? Yes. Good. Okay, check the volume or go out and come back in. Okay, I don't even know how to check my volume. I think I was just in my meditative voice. I'll talk a little louder. I was doing my meditative voice, okay? Come on with me. Today we want to bless the nurses. Yeah, yesterday we blessed the teachers. Today we want to bless the nurses for their service. Nurses are really healers because they bring an energy of healing into the space. Well, let me say the creator is the healer. Nurses facilitate healing, okay? Yeah. So just see, feel, imagine, intended to be so that we're sending out light and healing, love and energy into every hospital, every clinic, every doctor's office, every nursing home, and every place that nurses are. Yes. I loved when nurses wore those white uniforms with the hat that symbolized their school, but now they wear scrubs, and that's just as good. Send it out to them. Let this energy surround them, our good intentions, our love, our respect surrounding nurses. For the hours that they work, for the comfort that they give, for the healing that they facilitate, for the study that they've done. Let us see, feel, imagine, intended to be so that the violet transmuting flame, which is a universal healing energy, always present, that it surrounds every nurse from the soles of her feet to the crown of her head and his head, because they are male nurses also. Yes. To my beloved Shane Ruiz, who's a nurse. Let it fill their hands so that all that they have given out in their years and years of service, that it's coming back to them. Yes. And let us ask that the violet transmuting flame neutralize and eliminate any toxins, any dis-ease, any harmful presence in their body, in their being, because we need them and we breathe. And on this, we celebrate you on this day in National Nurses Week. We celebrate you. We celebrate you with our hearts. We celebrate you with our minds. We celebrate you with gratitude and thanksgiving. And we decree and declare, because we are joined mind to mind, heart to heart around this globe. Nurses around this globe, we are powerful. And we are decree and declare for the nurses on their behalf that no hurt, harm, or danger will come nigh you or your dwelling or your loved ones. We ask the healing white light to surround you as we move through this experience that they call a pandemic. We call it an experience, and this too shall pass. But we bless you today, nurses. We bless you. May we place our hands on our hearts and see, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that this energy is going out to nurses. We'll do doctors later. Nurses, the helpers, the servers, the support. I want to bring the midwives in here, because a lot of babies have been born at home during this. Yeah? Let's bring the midwives in. Breathe with me. And the doulas, the midwives, the doulas, the nurses. Yeah? Let's place our hands on our hearts. And if you know a nurse, bring her to mind. And if you remember a nurse, bring her to mind. And if you see a nurse, bring her to mind. If you are a nurse, just close your eyes and receive. May you be safe from inner and outer harm. May you be rewarded divinely for the commitment of service. May you know that you are loved. May you know peace. And we breathe. Yeah. Happy National Nurses Week. Happy National Nurses Week. Yeah. We do good work here. We do good work here. Yeah. So I want you to know that. I've got an inspirational reading for you today. I'm going to pull it up. And it comes from a text that we have visited before. We have visited this before, okay? The Way of Mastery. The Way of Mastery. The Way of Mastery. Okay? The Way of Mastery. And I'm reading from Lesson 13. Lesson 13. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier today, okay, in my little mini sermon. I don't know. It just kind of came over me, all right? Yes. Here is the topic. Only you have the power to create your experience. Okay. Let me repeat that. Only you have the power to create your experience. I know that you think everything is happening to you. Want me to show it to you? You know, when I feel the resistance and the doubt come up, I show it to you. Can you see that? Only you have the power to create your experience. Can you see that, YouTube? Only you have the power to create your experience. Now, the ego's going to say, no, God creates it. No, God is in you. So how you stand in your godliness, your divinity, your nobility, your honor, that's what creates your experiences. But let me read it. This is how it starts, okay? Listen carefully. That's right here on the page. No one has the power to create your experience. No one has the power to limit your experience. And nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that you must conform your experiences to choices of another. I think I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read it again. Listen carefully. No one has the power to create your experience. Okay? No one has the power to limit your experience. And nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that you must conform your experience to choices of another. You remain free to freely choose to be the embodiment of your Creator. Ooh. You are the one who can bless creation. It begins, here it is, clutch your pearls. Clutch your pearls, because it's coming. Here we go. It begins when you are willing. That was a word. I gave you that word in your warrior training. I gave you that word, openness and willingness. Clutch your pearls, don't hang yourself. It begins when you become willing to assume responsibility for what you want to use your time for. Ooh. Make a mental note. Assume responsibility. F7 enter. F7 enter. Assume responsibility. Because so many of us refuse to assume responsibility for our lives and our power and our divinity. We are habitually wretched and drag it on the earth. Okay. That's why in my spiritual spa this Thursday, I'm doing breaking generational curses. Because that we inherited. That's not true. Here's the next one. You ready? You ready? In truth, you are doing it anyway. You are always using time for exactly what you are choosing. Did you hear that? Take responsibility for how you use your time, and you are always using your time for what you are choosing. So if you choose to worry, that's how you're using your time. If you choose to fret, if you choose to complain, if you choose to fight to be right, if you choose to control, that's what you are assuming responsibility for, and that's how you're using your time. Oh, you are not surviving. You are not trying to get things done that the world is requiring. Never is anything occurring except that you are having the awarenesses of the effect of how you are choosing to use consciousness, because that's all there is. I know when new things come in, it kind of scrambles the brain. So listen. I'm going to tell you the book. Listen. Stop typing and listen. Stop. Listen. You remain free. Free will. To freely choose to be the embodiment of your Creator. You are the one who can bless creation. Write that word down. Go look up bless. What does it mean? Don't just look up the definition. Study the word. What does it mean to bless? Because remember, last week we blessed ourselves, and some people had a fit about that. But you need to really understand what it means. It begins when you are willing to assume responsibility for what you want to use time for. How do you spend your time? Okay? Never, here it is anything occurring in your life or in the world except that you are having an awareness of the effects of how you choose to use your consciousness. Because consciousness is all there is. That's why I was saying earlier, what we're seeing in the world right now is the effect. It's not the cause. The corona isn't the cause. The corona is the effect. But you gotta wait for my metaphysics class so that you can understand that, okay? The way of mastery. The way of mastery. Chapter 13, you are the only one who has the power to create your experience. This thing right here, I've been reading this book for 3 years, and I think I'm on page 80. I skip around because it like the Course in Miracles, it's gonna freak your brain out. The way of mastery. We should do a study group. We should do a study group on the way of mastery. Consider this affirmation. What did I do with the affirmation? I got so excited. All right? Consider this affirmation and repeat it to yourself as often as you can throughout the day. Lord, I done lost my affirmation. Where did I put the affirmation? I know what it is. Oh, here it is. I know what it is. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to do it twice. Let's breathe in. I accept the light of God. I accept the light of good. I accept the love of God. Yeah, that's it. I accept the light of good. I accept the love of God. That's our affirmation. Just those two things. The light of good and the love of God. With that, you're good to go. Okay? Welcome to Worry-Free Wednesday. I think this is day 6 of our warrior training. And I want to give you a little something that I think you're going to need, okay? Because the first cousin of fear is worry. The thing about worry is that it's fear laced with control. Did you hear me? It's fear laced with control. And worry is like a vampire. It sucks your life out of you. Fear works on the mind. Worry works on the entire central nervous system. And worry is when you get that fear thought and you turn it into a sentence and then you ruminate it in your mind. You ruminate it in your mind. You see, fear is more of an emotion and a sensation and a feeling. But worry has a whole dialogue attached to it. It has a whole story because you're worried about this. I'm worried about my son if he doesn't do that. Or I'm worried about my daughter and she doesn't do this and she doesn't do that. Can I tell you a secret? I saw a thing yesterday I was reading, and they said one thing about the pandemic is that teenage pregnancies are going to be down. Because the kids ain't getting out. They can't get to each other. Now, I don't know about the adult pregnancies, but the teenage pregnancies are going to be down. Okay. So you worry about your bills, you worry about people, you worry about this and that, and worry doesn't change anything. So here it is. Listen to me. Listen to me, warriors. You have your axe prayer, yeah? And you have your ability to surrender, yeah? You can put those together as a strategy to eliminate worry. Because in your confession, you confess what you are concerned or worried about. I believe it is must be in Isaiah. I don't know the exact quote, but it says that the Lord will perfect that which concerns me, and the Lord will do that which is appointed to me. This is an excellent question. What about fear of my bank balance and my income going low? Is fear going to change it? Is worry going to change it? Turn it over. Surrender it. And I expect a miracle. Let me go back to the book, because obviously you didn't get this. Let me go back here. Only you have the power to create your experience. So if you want your experience to be worry, then you do that. If you want your experience as a warrior to be surrender, then do that. You got the axe prayer, your confession. I'm feeling worried. My bills are bigger than my bank account. I'm feeling frightened that someone has the power to put me out of my home. This is confession. Then you go to Thanksgiving. But I thank you, God, that you supply my every need, even when I can't see where it's coming from. Yeah? And then you go to supplication. My request is that you lift this worry from me and provide the way for my bills to be paid. The Acts prayer is in day 40. If you didn't get it, go to day 40, okay? Let me go back to worry, because we're going to do worry free. So worry, the thing about worry is the control. You want to make it happen, and you're saying how it needs to happen, and that's what creates the worry. And the story that you attach to the fearful thought, and then it becomes a whole little community of wahala in your mind, okay? Worry. So today we want to give up some worry, all right? And why do I make you or ask you? I don't make you. I invite you, I encourage you to put it out here, because it's taking it and changing the form, okay? Today, I choose no more worry about, not even no more, to release worry about, to surrender worry about. Today, I choose, hear me, the language is specific, warriors. I choose to surrender worry about, be specific. My son, my bills, the corona, the president, the boo, the ba, the fat on my butt, the lack of sex, but whatever, okay? Or you can just do, I choose to surrender worry, because you gotta own that control piece. But it's sneaky. Worry just seems so natural and normal that, as human beings, we work. No. When you're worrying, you're not standing in your divinity. You're not blessing your life. That's what the reading was saying. Only you get to choose your experience. So if you choose worry, you will have worry. If you choose surrender and supplication, then you will get not only peace, but perhaps what you need. I'm telling you, have you been doing your prosperity plan? I can't tell you how many checks I have gotten. Checks I didn't even expect. Little check. I got a check for a penny. I'm going to show it to you. 1 cent. Somebody spent 50 cents to mail me an envelope with a check that had a penny in it. That just don't make no rabbit-ass sense. Okay? Today, I choose to surrender about my bills, yes. Today, I choose to surrender worry about my son's future. Beautiful, beautiful. Today. Or you can say now. Now is a powerful word. Now is a powerful word. So today, I choose to surrender worry about blah, blah. Or now, I choose to surrender worry. I'm going to give you the metaphysical. I'm going to put that in the class. I swear I'm going to teach a class on metaphysics, okay? Because so many of us, we need this. We need to really understand. Today, I choose to surrender about the COVID-19. If we clean up our minds, this thing will be gone. Today, I surrender worrying about my grown children and bills, okay? Excellent. Today, now, yes, somebody put it in there, now. I love that, now. Now, I choose to surrender worry about depression, yes, and what that means. Y'all keep doing it. I'm gonna read this to you because I want this to get into the fibers of your skin. I want it in your hair follicles. I want it in the gums between your teeth. You gotta chew on this, you gotta eat this, you gotta live this. Only you have the power to create your experience. So what about only I have the power to create my experience? No one has the power to create my experience. No one has the power to limit my experience. And nowhere in the laws of God has it ever been written that I must conform my experience to the choices of another. Now the world will make you think something different. That's why as a spiritual warrior, you have to grow inner authority and be referenced from within so that you know how to deal with the world and you can see it and you know how to move through it. not just accept it and acknowledge it and go along with it. Today, I choose to surrender worry about my safety. Today, I now release worrying about the divorce. Good for you. Today, I choose to surrender worry about bills. What are bills, beloveds? What are bills? Bills are blessings. Bills are blessings. Because other than rent, well, actually, rent is included in that. But other than your car payment, I believe, everything that you get a bill for, you've already used. You've already used the lights. You've already used the gas. You've already spent the money on the credit card. You've already eaten the food at the restaurant. Bills are simply the things that you've been blessed with. So if you choose to bless your bills, they will get paid. Hear me. Everything, even the reason I say rent and mortgage is because usually with rent, you have a month's security. So you've already paid it. So when you pay your rent, you're paying for the month that you've already lived in the house. Stop worrying about bills and bless them. You're paying for what you've already used, okay? So remember, worry is fear laced with control, and it affects your entire central nervous system. You don't need to be worrying with the corona waiting outside the door to jump on you and bite you. It'll just, it's out there. Bless your bills. Bless your landlord. Bless your bank. Bless the credit card, because you've already spent the money. Now, you have to take responsibility for not spending more than you have, okay? But sometimes we spend to try to fill the emptiness and the void. But now that you're a spiritual warrior, you're not going to have no void, because you're going to know how to fill that with white light. You're going to know how to fill that. Get your prosperity game, because it will change your responsibility with money, your relationship with money. Get your prosperity game. Kirsten, can you put the link up for me, or Angie, for the prosperity game? If you're on day 21 of the prosperity game, you should also get your prosperity checks. Because on 21, you start writing yourself a check every day. Good, I surrender. I now choose to surrender procrastination. Excellent, excellent. And worrying about it. I now choose, come on, dig, breathe. Breathe and dig. Here's a little clue. When you're doing work like this in your journal or here, and you find yourself and it's ruminating, stop, take a breath. Holy Spirit, take me deeper. Wait a second, and then write. Take a breath. Holy Spirit, take me deeper. And then you begin to write, so that you can get down in the crevices, down up under the mind, under the ego. The ego hates this. The ego don't want you to be doing this work, but you're going to do it. I now choose to surrender worry about the Brexit. Yes, okay, in London, everywhere, all right? Worry-free Wednesday. Choose to surrender. I choose to surrender worry about. Now I choose to surrender, because only I get to create my experience. Yes, I now surrender doubt. Because doubt creates worry, all right? When you doubt, you'll create worry. And how about surrendering control? How about that? I choose to surrender control and the worry it creates. And you know the biggest thing that's going to save you from all of this, beloveds, is your daily spiritual practice. Your breathing, your inspirational reading, your ability to stay still, okay? Yeah, you have to do it. It's not easy. Somebody said the other day, but I'm lazy. I know, me too, but you got to do the work. Okay, yes. Y'all should have big fat journals. We're doing this work. Don't just do it here and then go into your day and forget about it. You're doing good. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. I choose to surrender worry. Yes. Now I choose to surrender. Yes. Yes, you're doing good work. And listen, remember, we've learned from our early lessons. I don't know if you know, but this thing has been very systematic from our early lessons about thought and energy and our I am. And that's why we use our language in a specific way. So we're putting together the workbook where you'll have each and every lesson, each and every reading, each and every affirmation. You won't have the full content of the lecture or the insight, but you'll have the highlights. You'll have all of the links. We're putting it together in a workbook for you, okay? I surrendered that the husband, what happened? Are you over there surrendering? Okay, yes. Surrender worry about your husband getting support for his mental health, okay? If you go back, I go through the thread sometimes throughout the day, and when I see things where the syntax or the wording is off, I correct it for you. Yes, I now choose to surrender pain. We're surrendering worry today, okay? So surrender the worry about the pain. Surrender the worry that causes the pain. Okay, good. Good, good, good. You do good work, warriors. You do good work. Remember, worry is fear laced with control. So when you find yourself in worry, there's some questions you want to ask yourself. What am I trying to control? What am I defending? What am I holding on to? Okay? Or you can say, how am I trying to control? How am I defending something? Right? Okay? When you find yourself in worry, you have to ask those things. What am I trying to control? What am I worrying about? I mean, what am I defending? Yeah? And what am I doing here? So you have to ask those questions. And then giving them to you, you write them, you write them, you write them until you get it really clear in your mind. And then you'll be able to do it in your head, all right? What am I defending? Because usually when we're worried, we're trying to defend a position. And remember, I told you yesterday I had been sitting in the same position for 45 days, so I had to move. Change your perspective. Get off your position. Okay. Yes. All right. You keep on working. You know what? I don't have anything for the children today. I looked and I prayed and I didn't get nothing. So y'all on your own with the babies today. Or they can continue writing their love letters, or they can do their upsets. Did you do the upsets with them? Did you do that and teach them how to clear it? Okay. I didn't have anything for them today. And so for you today, I want you to continue doing this work. I'm telling you, you have a strategic formula here for elevating your consciousness. Between your acts prayer and your surrender, thy will, not my will. And now you're choosing to release worries. But when you start worrying, stop, release it. And don't forget you can do it with the breath. I'm now choosing to release worry about. I'm releasing worry now. Back to center. I'm choosing to release worry. I'm releasing worry now. If you're new and you haven't been with us, you can go back through like lesson, I think it's 36 or 37. That's why we're doing the book, so that you'll be able to know which lesson to go in to get which breath technique, to get what, which prayer, which whatever, which link to everything, yeah, So you'll be able to do that because, we're getting ready to go back into the world. We're not going to be here forever, okay? People got to go back to work, just like me. So continue this work today. If doing this, listen to me, if doing this stirs up things for you, do an axe prayer. Do an axe prayer, because sometime doing this work will stir up, you make yourself crazier doing the work than you felt before. But if that happens, do an axe prayer. How can you get the book? You can order it. You can order the book, The Way of Mastery. Do you need the book, or do you need to master what you have? I got over 5,000 books. Many of them I've read. Some of them I have 2 of each. Yeah? This is no joke. This right here is no joke. This thing is going to dismantle everything that you think you know. I love it. Okay. So do your work today. And if you get, where do I find Axe Prayer? Day 40. Go in my YouTube channel and go to day 40. Day 40 was Sacred Saturday, I believe. Was it Sacred Saturday? Or some, I don't know. Message number 40. That's where you'll find the instructions for the Acts prayer. All right? Battlefield of the Mind. She has it in there too. Yes, Joyce Meyer. But everybody is, I try to give you all the places that's kind of open and universal, but she does have it in there, Acts prayer. But go to day 40. You don't have to spend any money. All righty. Thursday night, 8 p.m. on Crowdcast, we're going to dismantle family patterns. Well, we're going to talk about it. You're going to dismantle them. So be sure you sign up. We'll put the link in the thread. The prosperity game. If you're on day 21, be sure to get your prosperity checks. That's the next level. If you have started it, do that. How many people are still working on the God memorandum? Let me tell you something. If I were to charge y'all a tuition for what y'all have gotten here, do your God memorandum. It'll change your consciousness. Do your God memorandum. Instructions for the love letters. No, there's no instruction. You do it. You figure that out. Just teach them how to do it. Teach them how to write the love letter. When I think about you, you make me feel. The reason I love you is. How it feels to be loved by you is. How many people started the God memorandum, forgot about it, and have to go back and start it again? Because you got to do it 100 consecutive days. So if you get up to day 13 and forget it, you got to go back and start all over. I told you it took me 2 years. The God memorandum. Kirsten, can we put up the link for the God memorandum? Okay? So today is link day. You're getting all your links. Yes. It's not easy. No, it's not supposed to be easy. Listen, my friend reminded me this of the other day. So I'm going to share it with you. Then I'm going to read our closing and then we out. Okay, listen. Listen to me. You, whoever you are, were in a race with 10,000 other sperm to get to the egg. You won. 10,000 other sperm to get to the egg. You won. Why you living like a failure? You won. Okay, my little Facebook thing. I'm not even home and the thing is acting ugly. Come on. Let me repeat that. I'm going to repeat that. You were in a race with 10,000 other little sperm, all right? 10,000 to get to the egg. You wasn't worrying about your shoes, your hair, your nails. You wasn't worrying about none of that. You won the race. Do you get that? Why are you living like a failure? When you beat 10,000 other potential lives. How about that? Chew on that. Wipe your mouth. Am I still on Facebook? If not, I'm going to, we'll have to, this happened to me yesterday too. I don't know what happens. Facebook just has its own little issues. Let me see if I can get back. It says that I'm live. Let me see if I can get back here. My Facebook, oh Lord, this is the same thing that happened yesterday. That is the wildest thing. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, Facebook. I am so sorry. But I'm going to read this and get it out of here. And my blessed team, they'll put the things together. It's the weirdest thing. Just all of a sudden, it's the corona. The corona cuts me off of Facebook. Oh my Lord, I know. Angie, did you see that? I didn't touch nothing and the thing just cut off. It's the wildest thing. It's the corona. The corona. When I start giving you too much information, the corona. Yeah. Oh, it's faith. We're not at an hour. We're not at an hour. I shouldn't even be at 58 minutes, but I am. Our closing reading for today is something that I love, and I'm going to share it with you. This thing helped me learn how to live. And it's called The Invitation by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. And this is what she says. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for. And if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. Ooh, that thing right there. Ooh, It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have you become shriveled and closed from fear of future pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, be realistic, or remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself, if you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul, if you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand at the edge of the lake and shout to the silver moon, yes. Doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after a night of grief, despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand with me in the center of the fire and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. The Invitation by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. You can find it anywhere online. Deep bow. Deep bow, beloveds. Continue your work. Continue your work. Surrendering the worry. Writing your Acts prayer. Teach the children how to write a love letter. Read your God memorandum. Work on your prosperity plan. And all things will work together for your good. Bye.